Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Bismillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Today I would like to remind myself and you of the very important topic, and that is terrorism, how it relates to Islam. The answer is very simple. Terrorism has no place in Islam whatsoever. Islam condemns it, Islam doesn't allow it. And we have a lot of ayat from the Quran, verses and ahadith statements from our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. I will mention just a few, not to mention the opinions of our scholars that all agree in condemnation of terrorism. And by scholars I don't mean people who follow their desires or who follow innovations in the religion. I mean the scholars who are the scholars of Ahlus Sunnah. So we have the statement of our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who said, "Man qatala mu'ahadan lam yarah ra'ihat al-jannah wa inna rihaha tujadu min masirati 40 'ama." Rawahu al-Bukhari. The translation is, whoever kills a non-Muslim who has a non-violence agreement or peace treaty, or who has entered our Muslim countries with government's permission, which is the visa system now, he will not even smell the fragrance of paradise, and its fragrance can be smelt from a distance of 40 years. This hadith is collected by Imam Al-Bukhari, number 3166. So this shows very clearly that it is a huge sin, one of the greatest sins, to kill a non-Muslim who has an agreement, a non-violence treaty or agreement or a peace treaty, or one of the Muslims has given him his word or her word. This shows that whoever kills that person will not smell the smell or the fragrance of paradise. And the scholars said that if a non-Muslim violates the treaty that he has with the Muslims or the agreement, it is not allowed for individual Muslims to punish him for that or to kill him, because it leads to huge undesirable consequences. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam spared the life and did not execute the leader of the hypocrites in Medina, Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul, saying, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ saying that some people will think that Muhammad is killing his friends and his companions. So therefore, of course, it means that people who don't know the Prophet ﷺ, don't know Islam, they will think like that. So the reputation of Islam is of paramount importance. It's not permissible to do that, since it leads to the reputation of Islam being, of course, smeared and being brought into disrepute. And this is extremely bad for the Muslims. Allah said in the Quran, "Ma kana li mu'minin an yaqtula mu'minan illa khata'a," which means it is not for a believer to kill a believer except by mistake. This is in Surah An-Nisa, ayah number 92. Also Allah said, وَمَنْ يَقْتُلْ مُؤْمِنًا مُتَعَمِّدًا فَجَزَاؤُهُ جَهَنَّمُ خَالِدًا فِيهَا وَغَضِبَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَلَعَنَهُ وَأَعَدَّ لَهُ عَذَابًا عَظِيمًا. Which means, and whoever kills a believer intentionally, his reward is hell, abiding therein eternally, and Allah has become angry with him and has cursed him and has prepared for him a great punishment. This is in Surah Nisa, Women, number 4, ayah number 93. Also Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "La zawalu dunya ahwanu ala Allahi min qatli rajulin muslim bighayri haqq." That with Allah it's lighter in sin and gravity that the whole world disappears than someone should kill a Muslim without right. This hadith is narrated by Imams Tirmidhi, Nasai, Ibn Majah, and it's authenticated by Shaykh Al-Albani rahimahullah. So all these show, look at the punishment that the person who kills or who wants to kill in a terrorist act, even a Muslim, because very often victims of terrorist attacks are Muslims. So whoever kills a believer intentionally, his reward is hell, abiding therein eternally, and Allah has become angry with him and has cursed him and has prepared for him a great punishment. Who in his right mind will even think about it after these words of Allah? And it's not permissible to do takfir of a Muslim, to declare him to be a non-Muslim and to take him out of the fold of Islam in order for him to be executed, because this is the right of Allah and His Messenger ﷺ, and only the big scholars are allowed to declare a Muslim by name, a specific Muslim, to be out of the fold of Islam. It's not for anyone who is espousing thoughts of killing someone or follows a sect or a deviant ideology to do that. I also want to add a couple of things. One, that terrorism is condemned in Islam whether it is perpetrated by governments or by individuals. Two, that even if someone is not thinking of becoming a terrorist or he himself doesn't do it, it is not enough in Islam. He or she must condemn it in their hearts first of all and by their tongues, and spread it among the people to show that Islam is not, of course, a terrorist religion as some people claim. Some people hate Islam and the Muslims, therefore they say it. Some people are ignorant of Islam and they say it because of that. So this is what I wanted to say very briefly. Whoever wants to know more, please read the Quran, the translation. May Allah help us all to be upon the right way until we meet Him, and make us strong upon that, and alleviate the hardships of the Muslims everywhere. وجزاكم الله خيرا والحمد لله رب العالمين.